Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever!
How dare you!
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I understand I am not a perfect person. Just like there's no such thing as a 10 out of 10 or 100 out of 100 video game, people are generally the same, except maybe Keanu Reeves, who is clearly a breathtakingly 10 out of 10 human. Over the years, I've definitely had some spicy takes, but it appears there is a small but growing group of people that obsess. They obsessively, I live in their head rent-free. There's a couple of streamers that are constantly, restreaming my stream, sending their low IQ fans to try and debate me, bros. Look, I'm just doing my job. I'm going to keep delivering the news 3 to 5 times a day. And that's hopefully what many of you have subscribed for. And, hopefully, if you haven't yet, there's a little red subscribe button down below there. And I hope that I earn your subscription today. There is a gentleman by the name of Eric Lang. Never heard of the guy. Apparently, he's a board game developer. And he had his Twitter suspended. I don't support his suspension in any way. I have no idea why he was suspended. I never told anyone to suspend him. But for some reason, this vocal minority of people that really strongly dislike me for things as ridiculous as dunking on She-Ra like 2 years ago, they now have spun up this theory that I have something to do with it. So much so that the morons at Kotaku printed the story, insinuating that I had literally anything to do with this guy's banning on Twitter, which of course I didn't. I never did. I have no idea who he is. I do know, however, that apparently when everything happened at Gen Con, when that guy chose to do the stunning and brave thing that he did, he was somebody that cheered for it. You could see back from 2019. Many were interested in attacking the victim and labeling me as this or that. I'm really glad to be a listener of the Secret Cabal who handled the issue last year with proper nuance. I can't talk about this stuff, but it exists. This was his former Twitter account. Apparently, he was approving of somebody's behavior at Gen Con, which I can't talk about it. But nonetheless, you could see this kind of stuff. I don't know. And I don't even care. I legitimately don't care. I don't want this guy banned from Twitter. I'd love to see him get his account back. I don't know why he was banned. But what I think the most likely scenario, obviously, is that he employed a block bot about a month ago. Okay. Here's somebody called Marky X, and this is where it's all coming from. Eric Lang made a tweet stating anyone who follows the Quartering will be blocked. The Quartering retweeted Eric Lang's tweet. By the way, this was a month ago. Eric Lang gets reported for targeted harassment, gets suspended. That's the story, nothing more. The insinuation here is, of course, that I had something to do with it. I would never ask my viewers to report somebody. They know where I stand on that. Every single video I make, especially when it's talking about somebody specifically, I go out of my way to ask my viewers to please not contact these people. And I mean that. Now, I don't know. You see Marky saying, I'm only posting this because there are wild stories or lies regarding the situation. I watched the entire thing go down and guessed correctly that this will blow back on Eric Lang because Twitter is garbage. Now, what he had said about me was, he said, for security reasons and safety, particularly on behalf of my friends and followers, I'm blocking every account that follows the Quartering and insta-blocking any account that tags them in unwanted in my mentions. The account is a source of rabid harassment and dogpiling. I mean, verifiably false. Again, Eric Lang, I hope you get your Twitter account back. Never wanted you banned. I retweeted this basically saying like, dude, what? First of all, you're insinuating. I don't even know what I said, but I did retweet it. Never told anyone to ban this guy. I don't do that. And you see, like, wasn't that from June? You know, how is this, you know, hey, that's true. Maybe he shouldn't have targeted Jeremy with harassment. I don't know. I don't care if he wants to block me and say, you know, but he is lying about me here. But that's fine. He's entitled to his opinion, however wrong it is. I would never have wanted this guy banned. But he went even further and wrote a unhinged rant about me. A couple of weeks ago, my Twitter account was locked. Restricted is the term. You know why it was probably locked? Is because you were using a block bot and it looked like your account was probably up to some bot-like activity. That's Occam's razor, Eric Lang. I'm sure that's why it was. Shortly after, I blocked thousands of followers of a scumbag. He calls me a scumbag. I would never say that about you, Eric Lang, but that's unfortunate that you think that of me. You don't know me. I used a chain blocker app because there were lots of followers to block. I'm telling you, Eric, this is likely why Twitter restricted and blocked your account. I had nothing to do with it. You think me, of all people, would be protected by Twitter? Like, well, what's that? Ha ha ha. Are you serious? Like that meme. I appealed the restriction several times over the course of 2 weeks, getting zero response from Twitter, and 2 days ago was suddenly suspended without notice. Why did I block this harasser's followers? Again, all he does is slander me all the way through this. The account in question is notorious for harassing and dogpiling left-leaning public figures on Twitter. Am I? Can you give an example? Particularly women and POCs. Really? Can you give me an example? This guy, I mean, I'm very frustrated by the lies that Eric Lang is spreading about me. Very, very frustrated. I love my left-leaning viewers just the same as I love my right-leaning ones. I am friendly with many prominent left-leaning Twitter users. All right, look at my follower. Look who I follow. I follow people on both sides of the aisle. This whole statement is just lies. Recently, the scumbag targeted John Boyega, the black stormtrooper from Star Wars, and loud activist. I like how he points out he's a black stormtrooper. That's, you know, I mean, I don't know, Finn, you know, he's also been in many other films. And no, I didn't target John Boyega. I've defended him nonstop. I covered the fact that Disney shrunk his photo on the Star Wars picture for money. And John Boyega apologized to me for misunderstanding that. None of what you say is true here. But what did you do? You ran to Kotaku with this insane story, and they printed it. By the way, you end this. And to the serial harassers and trolls, listen up. You are insignificant. You are powerless, boring, predictable, and pitiful. At the end of the day, you do not matter. Signed a guy that wrote a 10-paragraph rant about you. Signed by a guy who thinks that they got you banned from Twitter, but you also call them powerless. I don't want you banned from Twitter, Eric Lang. You also wrote a part 2 today. I'm not going to go through this. This guy is clearly unhinged. I mean, look at all this about being banned from Twitter from a guy who clearly doesn't care. Now, Eric Lang, I wish you the best. I hope you get unbanned. I'm sure you were banned because of the blockchain app that you were using. I am frustrated and saddened that you would continue to spread lies about me and that the absolute journalists at Kotaku would print it. Luke Plunkett, of all people, writes, Eric Lang, one of the most famous board game designers on the planet, by the way, never heard of him, has been suspended by Twitter, and after what he says was a targeted campaign from a scumbag serial harasser. Again, like many of us try in these times, Lang has been using his Facebook and Twitter presence to speak up about social issues, including his own experiences as a black man. This whole article is crafted to you know, he uses Lang's unhinged, unfounded tweets as fact. Recently, Lang says he's become the target of thousands of basement-dwelling reactionary poopheads he believed fans of a scumbag serial harasser whom I refuse to give free publicity. Oh, yeah, you refuse to name me, right? You refuse to name me, but how about the fact that in the very first comment you say who I am? You, the author who refused to name me, went to the comment section to confirm my identity. See, I archived this and I sent it to my half-Asian super lawyer, Bill Richmond. He's going to take a look at it. Is it worth it financially for me? Probably not. It's more worth it for me to use this video to remind people that now this article will be used against me and my sponsors, and to implore you to consider clicking that join button down below today, or even better, go to my Subscribestar, subscribestar.com/thequartering, and become a member today. The most important support I can get is that in which I get from my viewers directly. Subscribestar.com/thequartering. I'll leave it linked. Please consider backing today. Now, will Kotaku take down this article? No, but they have no problem printing the guy's unhinged rant full of lies. I want Eric to get his Twitter account back too. I don't care about him in any way, shape, or form. Absolutely disgusting reporting from Kotaku, which used Eric Lane's suspension, a black man, as a way to take a side shot at somebody they don't like. Classy reporting, Luke Plunkett. Keep on keeping on. Hope you enjoy this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.